Hi and welcome back. We are about to explore the second stage of mobile app marketing, the acquisition stage. At this stage, you would already have your app on the store. So, if you want to grow fast and scale quickly, then you need to have an effective user acquisition strategy in your overall marketing plan. So, at this stage, you want to increase your app's discoverability, gain exposure, and generate more downloads. Now, there are two ways to do it. One is paid marketing, which is one of the fastest way to scale today, and the second is organic marketing, which is a rather long-term strategy, but it works out for some people. So first, let's take a look at the paid marketing. Now, first is App Store searches. Now, no matter how well optimized your App Store listing is, ranking organically is tough and it takes time. So, one of the best ways to boost your present and increase visibility is to start with Google's PPC, that is pay per click, or CPI, that is cost per install ad campaigns. Now, these ads will put you right in front of your potential audience, giving you a huge exposure and taking you directly on top of the search results. Now, next up is Google's UAC. Now, UAC is Universal App Campaigns, or and this is one of the best ways to find new users for your mobile app. Now, UAC is an automated ad type in Google Ads that helps advertisers generate more app installs and drives in conversions. Now, what Google does is Google uses ML, that is machine learning, to show the most relevant ads to the most relevant target audience and help you reach the highest conversion rates possible for your campaign. Now, getting into details can get a little messy right now, so we will restrain ourselves till knowing the bare minimum. Now, before the introduction of UAC, that is Universal App Campaigns, uh, you had to run separate ads on AdMob, YouTube, Google Ads to target each of the Google's properties. Now, this is no longer necessary. With UAC ads, you will now show up in the following places, that is Google Search, Google Play, YouTube, and Google Display Networks. Here we can see that the four ads are being displayed on four platforms via UAC. You can pause and see if you have experienced these before. Now, next strategy is in-app ads. Since a majority of users spend their time using apps, it is best to promote your app using ads that appear on other mobile apps. You could easily do that with Google Ads, and there are many other ad networks that allow you to do just that. Which brings us to the next strategy, which is ad networks. Now, Google and Facebook have become the most popular advertising platforms given their humongous amount of users that they have. However, just because these two giants are the most popular ones does not mean that you shouldn't take advantage of other ad networks as well. And trust me, there are plenty of those, and they're just a search away. Next up is press release or PR. Now, PR is one of the most effective ways to getting the word out quickly. Now, PR is a compelling story created by you or a professional news journalist or media influencer who further publishes it and makes it reach your target audience. Now, it also helps with SEO and ASO because the content is distributed across multiple channels, mostly backlinking to you and giving you a very good authority over it. Now, it is advisable to create a press release that describes your app, who it is for, and what the problem it is solving. If you feel that your app is genuinely new and innovative and it makes a great story for a news journalist to cover, then be sure to write an awesome press release and get your message across. Next is to submit review sites. Uh, Getting your app appraised by reviewers helps you build awareness and generate traffic, and most importantly, helps you increase your app store rankings with quality backlinks. Now, there are many review sites that are free of cost, and then there are the few who charge. Now, when submitting your app to a review site, be sure to include your press release kit, your app page, demo video, and possibly some kind of benefit like a membership or a promo code. Now, there is another way to acquire new users, that is called referral marketing. Now, referral marketing is a virality technique that allows your existing user to invite new users in exchange of some added value or incentive. Now, humans, you and I, by nature are social creatures. We naturally share our experiences with our friends. Now, referral marketing works because consumers trust the opinions of real people far more than what brands advertise themselves as. Now, if you have or if we have had a good experience, we are wired intuitively to tell all our friends about it. And plus, why wouldn't we? So, we want our family and friends to enjoy the great things that we have experienced. Similarly, if we had an awful experience, you'll be sure that you'll be sharing them as well with them, right? Now, referral marketing is when you get your customers to tell their friends about you. However, this does not happen organically enough. Thus, the role of a referral marketer is to deliberately influence the process so that more people will share about you with their friends. Now, this is a strategy that has been used by many big brands, including Uber, Airbnb, Dropbox, to name a few. Now, the next acquisition strategy is influencer marketing. So we've all been there and we've all complained about it, but we know that this is a supremely effective method. Okay, influencers are people who have built reputations around a specific niche. Okay, they're like internet celebrities who work as ambassadors for your brand. Now, influencer marketing is a social media strategy where an influencer receives a payout for endorsing a brand's product. It is one of the most powerful strategies that is followed today and is indeed a multi-channel marketing spread. Now, unless you have a huge budget to pay for an endorsement, like let's say a couple of crores to get maybe Virat Kohli or Ronaldo or the Bachchans, you are going to rely on micro influencers like many of us do. So the key here is to find micro influencers who are relevant to your brand and your mission. If not, the users you will gain will churn quickly because you have acquired the wrong set of audience. Now on screen here what we see is different levels of influencers based on their followers. Now we have nano, micro, mid, macro and mega macro depending on the number of followers that they have. Now that you have various acquisition strategies under your belt to attract your audience and bring them to your app store listing, it's time to focus on conversion. That is, to convert the incoming traffic into actual users, people who download and use your app. That is crucial. Using the app is supremely important. Now, in order to do that, you need to focus on conversion strategies. For example, when you check out a new app, you look at the ratings and reviews, and because humans rely on reviews from other users. So in order to increase the traffic conversions and increase the number of downloads, it is best to ask for reviews from your existing users. You can ask for reviews by giving out special offers and updates. You can also leverage gamification in order to incentivize the review process and gain more followers. Another conversion strategy is to provide excellent customer support. Now, providing a good support is key to creating awesome word of mouth and fewer negative reviews. Take for example, if you are on an app store listing and you see in the comments that the support team is actively replying and participating and solving problems of for other users, you are more inclined to download and use that app. So while making the app, make sure that you make it easy for the users to connect and share their feedback with you. Maybe have a simple send feedback button in your app which could connect your users with a chat support or an email. Now, a lack of responses to these queries might result in frequent uninstalls. So make sure that whoever your team is responding to and resolving each and every single query that they receive, and hopefully do it as quickly as possible. Now, acquiring new users for your app is always desirable, but a good marketing plan does not end at acquisition. It goes beyond and focuses on retention, because the value of retention is far greater than acquisition, which brings us to the last stage of marketing, which is retention stage. Let us check out in the last stage of mobile app marketing in the upcoming modules. Cheers and keep learning.